off the room. And once I realized that, I was flushing red. Never forget that moment. Is there any instant where you, a moment that something like that happened to you? Not exactly like that, but something similar.
Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guest. Embarrassing. This could be a speech, but can't go that far. So I'll trade off on John's question. Has anyone here seen or heard of a fellow by the name of Randy Pausch, P-A-U-S-C-H?
The last lecture.
Yes, yes. He has a YouTube video which lasts about, mostly about an hour. And it's extremely well done. And part of it was, he asked himself, he was a full professor at Carnegie Mellon, and he was a young guy. He was probably, I think, 43, and usually that doesn't happen at places like Carnegie Mellon. And he posed the question to himself because people were asking him, well, how is it that you became a full professor at Carnegie Mellon? And I guess it was from people who were doing everything they possibly could to get tenure. And he said, just stop by my office on a Friday night around 9 o'clock and you'll know why I got tenure. Thank you.
So Joan, you said you wear a lot of different hats. How do you juggle all those different roles in your life?
Oh. Tabletopics master. That is a very good question. I don't even know the answer to that. I wake up in the morning and I know I either have to go to the gym or I either have to do Twitter and Facebook posts. So I do that probably first, or I might write first, write a chapter in a book first. I have ongoing books that I have to write on. But the first thing I have to do is to get my daughter up and out, so that when she is up and out, I can have a clear head. So to do that, to make her breakfast, to get her ready, my life is really trying to make it juggling here and there. But I manage. And what can I say? I have to manage. I have to do these things. So next week I have an event where it's going to be mental health awareness, my second forum. And I have to find things to talk about. I have to invite some people. And there we go again, juggling. Last week, I was in Easton for a book reading, and my family just rallied around me because I have a son out there, a son and a daughter-in-law. So my daughter-in-law came to my reading. My daughter came with her 2 little boys, and so I had help in that respect. She drove me from Boston to Easton. I went to her house, had dinner, and then my son, who lives in Easton, took me back to Boston. So how I juggle? That's a great question. It just happens. Thank you.
The next question is for Laura. I know you did your first speech a couple of weeks ago, and you said that you transitioned so many different roles in your life. what inspires you to transition to different careers of your life like that?
I think each time it's been circumstance, I think in my earlier years. When I graduated college, I originally went to school for medical illustration. And when that happened, 6 months after I graduated, my degree became completely obsolete because Microsoft came out with desktop publishing. So, there goes my tuition and all the student loan debt that I had right there. So I had to transition there and out of that field because I was not going to get a master's and challenge that since there wasn't one medical female illustrator yet published. And I was not going to challenge that with that economy. So then everything else kind of grew from there by circumstance. What happens now is I say I have a tether cord right here, and the universe tells me to go here, or it tells me to go here, or it tells me to go here, and that's where I go. So I think I like to say all those early experiences were kind of like the apprentices. You know, it gave me the experiences to kind of fulfill. So now when the universe wants to guide me going this way, I have that skill set or those tools in that toolbox that can be easily pulled. So now it's more or less coming together and finding it all kind of meshing and melding. But it's really letting go control, which is very hard to do, and just letting things flow.
Thank you. You speak.
Yes.
So for me, the weather changes my mood. This past few weeks been raining, so it's been pretty gloomy for me. But today, I'm pretty ecstatic because the sun finally came out. So what puts you in a good mood or a bad mood?
Hey, good evening, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. Okay, I was today in one of my typical days of training, work related, and one of the rules of my training, or one of the rules of the atmosphere in my training is stay positive all day long. No matter what happens, stay positive. And one of my coworkers who's now more advanced, who already finished the training and now has the responsibility to train others, told me, you know, she saw that I was struggling today a little bit, but she said, you know what, I don't know how you do it. When I started and I was having a problem with my tablet or whatever, I wanted to kick everything, and she said, I don't know how you do it, and she just said, you stay positive the whole time, and the sun was shining, it was burning on us. We were 4 days out, 4 hours outside in the burning sun, and she said, I have no idea how you do it, and honestly, I don't really know. I guess I just keep positive attitudes, no matter what happens, even if I get yelled at. I don't know, maybe that's part of how I was raised, I have no idea. Or maybe I was born like this, I really don't know. But that's all I can say, thank you.
Next question is for Nate. Nate. What are some things, so for me, if I was a little bit taller, I could reach a lot of more things. What are some things about yourself that you think you can change or improve, that you would like to change or improve upon?
Good evening, Toastmasters. Certain things that I could possibly improve on would be going with the flow. Sometimes I overthink situations, and knowing that I have the right tools and also the right ideas, sometimes I don't go with that. I kind of like stick within myself and don't express that. So that's one thing that I can improve on, just letting myself out and giving it to the world.